And good morning again, Backpack Traders. Welcome to the Backpacktrader crude oil inventory report session for Wednesday, May 17th. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risk and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to lose. All right, charts that we're looking at. Spotlight, 8-tick range bar, 8-cent momentum bar for the trade station, full crude contract. I did check the volume this morning. We are still on the June contract. We will certainly be on the July contract tomorrow. Here is my, see, we're 124K to 90K. So split volume, but still somewhat higher level of volume on June. Unleaded in the upper left. Still also, actually that one might have changed. Check here. That one's a little old. All right. That volume has actually rolled on that one, and there's the wow, big reaction on 377 tick. So we will go to the RV 07-23. That may have been why I had trouble with unleaded this morning in the regular session. Oh, that, yeah, okay. That's a really big trade. That's a reaction trade on the 377 tick, so we will wait for a new setup there. That's a reaction trade also. Now, okay. Getting down a little, just a touch below the reaction range. Not a big reaction range, just what, 25 cents? We just happened to have been in the middle of a bar that was coming down anyway on the 377. All right, we're in our session. That's a bit of a on the react, and it stopped out. The short stopped out. The long canceled, so we are flat. There's a short. In all likelihood, that was, yeah, 5 seconds. No way to have caught that on the 377 tick. Oh no, the reaction short still valid, but that's not a valid trade in this situation. We'll wait for a new setup. Yeah, that's a 32 tick risk. Yeah, all the bars for that setup were right at 1030. So I'm not going to get in sync with that one. We will wait for a new setup on that. The short trade on the 377 tick was successful, but that was too fast to have executed. Just 5 seconds from setup down to just above target 1. Please do say hello in the chat this morning. No trades on the July unleaded or the June crude on Spotlight. Counterpunch 377 tick has had a short that was too fast, and there's another short on the 377. Plenty of time with that one. And a potential stop and reverse to long. That's going to be at 41 with the key level. So not in yet, and that's going to push. Actually, that trade is too small. Target 3 would then be only 9 ticks, or only 8 ticks with the adjusted entry. So no stop and reverse there. So we are still in the original short. And target, picking up target 2. So that is a successful trade. That is a one and done session. Will be. We can pick up the trailer, the green trailer now. That trade was only 12 ticks to target 3, the long trade, and of course the 2 tick stop and reverse adjust plus key level makes it only an 8 tick target. So that one is a no trade. And we are there, and we just stopped out at 71.18 on the 377. Picking up a 13 tick target 2. And a 10 tick trailer. Take a quick look at the range bar on counterpunch. This is the 8 range, or 8-cent momentum. Long setup on unleaded that's canceled. .24 tick target 2. And a nice trailer to 71.33, and still trailing, I believe. Yeah, still trailing on the short. Actually, that short was a little early, but we got in sync right here. Still nothing on either unleaded or crude on Spotlight. There's another long on unleaded. No trigger yet. Crude still pushing down. Well, actually starting to go sideways a little now. Got zebra stripes forming there. And there's an entry into unleaded. And it looks like we could get it. We very likely will get a long trade on Spotlight Crude here. Low is at 10, so 21 would be the entry. I'll go ahead and put in an order there. $377 slowly making its way up. And there's our trade at 21. And in the trade, Money management, stop to break even plus a tick. And there is target 1. And then I'll tie the target 2 to the indicator. And now it will follow the trailing stop indicator for me. That's one of the nice little tools in NinjaTrader. And looks like we got, yep, target 2 on unleaded. So that will be a one and done session for unleaded. It will be a one and done session for crude. It just took a while to get there. We got a one and done on a 377 tick. If you recognize that it was too small a trade for the stop and reverse and stayed away from it, $14 ticks on target 1. Got within, actually came right down to our stop. Calculator's not tracking it anymore, but did not get filled. Bounce line's at 25, so 23 would be the stop. Nothing to follow now, so I'm going to have to do it manually. Looks like it'll come to 24 unless we get another tick. And not going anywhere if we close down. Yep, there, and we stop out at 23. Looks like it, one tick of slippage there on the exit. And that is the session. Nobody's talking to me this morning. That completes the session. All 3 charts going POQ, power of quitting, on one trade. It just took a little while to get to that trade on unleaded and on crude. Quick session this morning. Sure, glad to, Stephen. Okay, this is a spotlight chart, standard 8 range or 8 cent momentum bar for you on TradeStation. Calculator is default 10 tick minimum for break even. Trailing the 9 balance line by 2 ticks. Nothing's, yeah, that's pretty much a default calculator. Yeah, very much a default calculator. Maximum 5 bars for setup, 2 cancel bars, 2 tick entry offset, 2 tick stop offset. Targets 1x, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Minimum target 4 ticks. This is something that is only in the old SL calculator, which is what I'm still running from the old from Troy's days with NetPicks. Original days, the Spotlight Master Suite, SPT or SMS calculators don't have that in them. Money management targets 0.9 of 0.9x. Minimum ticks for money management's 10. 1 tick for break even, 2 ticks for trail. I'm not using the stop and reverse adjust. Standard 3. If you have the SMS calculator, you'll have these additionals. We normally do set up the 20 SMA trade, and other than that, it's just colors and standard. Oh yes, EMA cross we do set to 8 for the crossover filter. Defaults to 20. 20 is just a little too long, and we do for Crude use key level adjustments. 5 tick minor, for entries and targets, or entries and stops, and we do take those 1 tick away for Crude. Medium is 10 ticks, or is the 5s, 10s are the same setup. Entries and stops, no adjustment on targets. Major key level at the 50s, that would be the 50 cent levels, 50 cent and $1. 2 tick zone, 1 tick beyond for entries and stops. Again, no adjustment on targets. And that's it for what you have. It definitely calculates on bar close. You don't want it set calculating everywhere, but yeah, it's a basic standard calculator. I think the only difference is minimum ticks for money management's 10 rather than 8, I think, is the default, and the 8 bars for the crossover filter rather than 20. And those are your only 2 differences from a default calculator. So you would be an 8 tick momentum bar, 1 tick I forget how that setting is named, but another nice long trade. Short doesn't work, full stop, and then another nice long trade on Spotlight. Did that get you what you needed, Stephen? Same setup. You use the same setup on the micro Crude MCL. I'm assuming that you're familiar with the Spotlight and Catapult strategies. All right, looks like since we were done with all the charts and losing eyeballs, unless there are other questions, I'm going to call it a morning. You too, Stephen. And everybody have a good one. We will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30. Last session for this week. Only one session next week. I'm going to be starting travel starting on Wednesday the 24th, so the room will be dark from the 24th through the 5th. And we'll be back in the room on June the 6th. So we'll go June 23rd, we'll have a session, and our next session will go, May 23rd, and our next session will be June 6th. So we will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30. Have a good one.